I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to the Resistance. The Supremes finally ruled on the tariffs. I figured they were going to rule against the Orange Menace on this one because when they rule in his favor, they do so right away. But the big looming question is now that the Supreme Court said they're illegal, how does everybody get paid back? I suppose once corporations get their settlements from the government, they're going to lower their prices for a while until those of us at the consumer level get some relief out of it. Yeah. And there really is a Santa Claus. And that nickel put under my pillow when I was 6 years old, it really was left there by the Tooth Fairy. There's no way we're getting back the money at the consumer level. But don't think for a second that the large corporations aren't going to be filing lawsuits right and left, getting a giant payday from the federal government because of these tariffs. There's a part of me that says, you know what? This was probably part of a plan all along. Because to me, it was obviously illegal. The way I see it, the people behind Project 2025 could very easily have thought, you know what? We're going to find a new way to move money from the bottom to the top. We'll implement these tariffs, which we know are illegal. We'll allow the Supreme Court to strike them down. And then we'll allow the big corporations, the ones who raised their prices, the ones who choked out small businesses all across this country who couldn't keep up with the tariffs, the ones whose profits are up despite the tariffs, we'll allow them to sue for the money that they had to pay in tariffs. And they are. They've already started, and they're going to get a massive payday. And where's the money going to come from to pay these corporations? Because Congress has already spent the tariff money. They've been spending it on ICE, whose budget is now bigger than many militaries across the world. They've been buying up warehouses to imprison people. They've been spending it on Kristi Noem's fancy jets and signs to put Trump's name on everything and authoritarian banners with dear leader's face to hang from federal buildings. This federal government under Trump is spending like a drunken sailor, so where are they going to get the money to pay these corporations? I'll tell you where. They're going to cut more social services and VA benefits. That's where they'll get the money for it. But we're not going to see any small businesses rejuvenated. Once a small business shuts down because they went broke, it's not like they can just open their doors again. And there's a whole lot of soybean farmers who still aren't going to be able to sell their soybeans. Those family farms and ranches that got sold on J.D. Vance's Acre Trader app, they're already gone. But those big corporations, they're going to get their payday. Folks, there's only one way for us to get paid back for all the money that we lost to these illegal tariffs. And quite simply, it's to tax the hell out of the rich. Thanks for listening. Good day.